Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone on this Thursday evening. These are not Thursday evening, Tuesday evening. Where am I going? Yes, Tuesday. So probably wondering why I'm live. Well, I decided to go a little bit live. There's been a little bit of drama going on. Beavis and Butthead, or the Chuckle Brothers, wherever you want to call them now, have decided. To obviously retaliate, a little bit butthurt, obviously, over the video that I done. Didn't like the fact that I showed the little sniveling little snake's apology, and now they're retaliating. Now they're going around telling everybody and trying to tell everybody that will listen to them that I threatened Tardis. Now, this is the first time that I've mentioned this guy's name on the channel in a long, long time. I think I mentioned it briefly yesterday, but this is the first time I'm going to address this. Now, me and Tardis had a falling out. The reason why we had a falling out is because he stabbed Ballstreck in the back. Now, he can say whatever he wants. Channel Pup can say whatever they want. I know the facts, right? That's exactly what he did. When Channel Pup did his video, Tardis didn't defend Ballstreck after Ballstreck had promoted his channel, number one. And second of all, actually helped out his channel when he did the Professor Dinkle's intro. Now, Tardis has rebranded his channel, as you know, and now he's gone back to doing Doctor Who, and now he's done a couple of videos have disappeared. His old Twitter account has disappeared, right? Tardis has a lot to hide, right? Now, this rhetoric that I threatened him, I said he made a big mistake because he was due to go on, and I've explained this and I explained it at the time, and everybody accepted what I said. The problem is I don't have the follow-up message to actually prove the response, the second response that I gave to that, because I wanted to clarify to Tardis what I meant by it. He received that before I blocked him, right? Unfortunately, that was the one thing I did not screenshot, but I did not threaten this young fella. And by the way, right, he was going around telling everybody for months that he was an adult, he was in his 20s. Now he's going around and using this thing that he's 16 and he's a kid. Yes, we knew how old he was because he told me, Ballstreck, and a couple of others how old he really was. Okay? We knew how old he was. But he's going around now along with his other pals, and his other pals are the ones that brought him into it. This guy, Tardis, decides to come onto my YouTube channel tonight, decides to put up a post, criticize me. Listen, your two best friends, new best buddies there, the Chuckle Brothers, they're the ones that got you involved, right? Now you're saying, oh, I only got involved because he got me involved. I did not get you involved, right? They slagged me off, and Team Torchwood then start calling me the C word and start saying that I threatened a 16-year-old. They are the facts. I have put those screenshots up on Twitter for people to see that follow me. Everybody is seeing every step of the way. So again, get your facts straight. Okay? You're making all these claims that I've needed help with my channel. I make no qualms about that I've gotten help off this channel. The difference between me and you is, as I have said, is that you go around and you make it out that you've done all this yourself, that you've made your channel a success. Without my information, you wouldn't have been getting the views that you were getting. And please say that that's not the case, because I actually have evidence out of your own voice where you actually say, yeah, the information helped. So I've got that live stream 11. You think I'm messing? I do have it. Actually, you could ask an old mutual friend of ours, because they know I have it. I have that stream. I don't want to use it. I don't want to get you involved. It's nothing to do with you. Channel Pup and Team Torchwood decided to belittle me after I broke down after the Timeless Children. I was called the C word, as I said, and then they went around telling people that I was actually threatening you, which is not the case. And you know that for a fact it's not the case. You know it's not, right? But now you're going along now with that rhetoric. So keep it up. As I said, right, here's what I'm going to say to you. If I threatened you, bring your evidence to the police. And if the police arrest me, fine, fair enough. Go ahead. I'm sick playing games now, right? You got evidence that I've threatened you, go ahead, give it to the police and we'll see if it was threatening. Go ahead. Because you know exactly it wasn't. And by the way, just to let you know, the other big YouTubers won't be getting involved in this little conflict because I know that's why you did it. Our channels are struggling right now and you think if you pick on me, the other guys are going to jump in. I've already told them not to jump in. This is between me, Channel Pup, and that team Torchwood. They dragged the other fella into it. It was nothing to do with the other guy. I even made it a thing. I didn't want people to mention that channel on this, right? And then after he came out with the whole thread where he's basically saying these are the reasons why he doesn't follow Ballstrek, and then he ends it again, like I say, using his disability as his defining characteristic, and it's true, right? Saying, oh, well, maybe one day the doctor will be in a wheelchair or something like that, he said, and that's why I won't follow because Ballstrek is basically... He's saying it would be box ticking or he's a bigot or whatever it was. Again, I have those screenshots anyway. Stupid bloody thread, right? Ridiculous, right? So I'm not the one that brings up your disability. You're the one that brings up your disability in every video. And then as I said, you asked the question before I blocked your ass on YouTube. Show me where I use my disability as a defining characteristic. I would suggest that people go and watch a couple of Tardis' videos and you will see what I'm talking about. Right? I don't need to prove nothing. The evidence is there on your own channel. Right? And I didn't want to bring you into this. This had nothing to do with you. Right? It had nothing to do with you. Two other gobshites decided to bring you in on this, right? I didn't even want to get you involved because as far as I'm concerned, you don't exist to me, right? After you stabbed Ballstrek in the back, and I know you don't get loyalty, right? And you can laugh with all your little friends. I know you don't get it, right? But to me and a couple of other YouTubers, loyalty is a big thing. And when Ballstrek did those little things for your channel and agreed to bring you on, and then that was going to open up other avenues, which it has for me, by the way. And I am grateful for Ballstrek for helping me channel. So if you think that's some sort of slagging me off, well, Ballstrek has given you a shout out. If you think I'm embarrassed by that, I'm not, right? But the difference is I don't go chasing for people to bring me onto their channels like you do. Right? You are brought into this by two other people. I didn't even mention your name until they decided to bring you up and say that I threatened you, which I did not. The big mistake that you made is that you were not going to be appearing on Ballstrek's channel that weekend, right? And then all the other avenues that were left open for you, you blew them. You decided to go with Channel Pup and others, and that's fine, fair enough. But the way you went about it was disgraceful. Disgraceful. Right? So, listen, you said if you want the YouTube war, bring it on. Listen, kids, right? I respect you for what you've done, and I really do. I think you're a very talented guy. But I'm being honest with you. This has actually nothing to do with you. But if you want to get involved, fine. But let it be noted that you're the one that actually said to me that bring it on. If you want a Twitter war or a YouTube war, bring it on. Remember that you said that. Because if you want one, you can have one, but the others won't be getting involved, so it's not going to do our channels any good. You aren't going to get that bounce that you think you are going to get. Maybe I will. Actually, I already have. Since this whole thing has kicked off with yous, Chuckle Brothers, my channel has actually gained more subs. So it doesn't make any difference to me. People will see who's in the right here. And back then, when all this came up, people chose the side that they were on, which was mine. Because I maintained me subs. You know, I didn't lose any. You even actually went as far as to actually tell people not to sub to me. And what happened? People decided to sub to me. So this is another attempt for you to bring down my channel. You will never bring down my channel. I'm too smart for you all. And I will always be one step ahead of you little Chuckle Brothers. Right? Now, as for you, Tardis, I have no problem with you whatsoever. Right, I don't like what you did to Ballstrek, but as far as I'm concerned, you know, as I said, it was done and dusted. These other two decided to bring you in on this. I would really look and this is advice, I would really look at what those two are doing, because they're not helping you whatsoever, right? You got rid of your old Twitter account, you've rebranded your channel, right? You're doing your thing, right? Don't be letting them suck you into something that's nothing to do with you, right? Because at the end of the day, your channel will be harmed. Trust me, because people will see who's right in this argument, and I am right. So I'm sorry. You know, enough is enough. I've blocked you off my channel anyway, and if Channel Pup comes to comment on my channel, he'll be blocked as well. Also as well, Channel Pup, actually, I don't know if I can actually do anything about this. I wonder if you guys can actually tell me, especially anybody that's on YouTube. So he basically went in and edited me live stream, the Timeless Children live stream, and he put a 5-minute clip together. I'd like to ask, can I actually have him, can I actually have that video taken down, because he's actually stolen my property on my channel? Or is it for fair use? I don't know. Could someone actually explain to me? Because if so, I'm going to nail him that way. I don't care if he gets a copyright strike on his channel. He wants to play with me, play with me. You're not going to be taking my streams and edited them. And he put but here's the thing, right? He used the word broke down, right? I don't mind that, right? But the caption of the video is actually hilarious, because it's supposed to be some sort of insult, right? But it's not. It actually shows who you are, Channel Pup, right? And what you're all about. And this is why I said to Tardis earlier on, anybody that's associated with him will be thought of just going for clicks and making money. Because what you call it, he proves that he's not a fan. He proves that he's only out for the money, and he doesn't care about fans' feelings, because he wouldn't have belittled me the way he belittled me on Twitter, right? If he was a true fan and a fan channel, right? I'm only trying to give you advice here. Listen, they're going to be in your ear and talking to you. I'd really, really, really get away from that vile creature for your own good, for your own channel's sake. Seriously, because they'll bring you down with them. And it won't be me that'll bring them down. I'm not sitting here claiming I'll bring them down. There'll be someone else that they'll pick on, and they'll be way over their head, right? And trust me, it'll go badly wrong for them. It'll go badly wrong for them. Right? Channel Pup didn't like me video, right? See, I don't need to get on and actually do what Ballstrek did, right? I'm very good with visual and music, right? As you all know, right? I've been praised for my videos with music. I always seem to get praise for the music that I put in videos. I always seem to pick the right music according to people, right? So when I did my video to expose Channel Pup for the little pussy that he actually is, I mean, if you're going to have a persona on Twitter that you gave it to Ballstrek, and your followers are saying, oh yeah, he destroyed Ballstrek twice, and then that very same person that everybody holds in high regard then goes off and then with his tail between his legs and apologizes to Ballstrek. And by the way, the reason why I was given those screenshots was because Ballstrek had seen what you had written about me, and he doesn't like, just like a lot of the fandom. And actually, if you actually go into the tweet where he belittles me on Twitter, you will see the responses. They're mostly negative. He actually, people were actually pissed off with him, right? So backfired on him, right? And see, this is what he didn't anticipate. So I decided to do a video and put the screenshot up and show this other clown bringing Tardis involved in the whole thing, right? And I picked the Tupac song, and it hurt him. It hurt him. It did. This is why he did this. It hurt him. I got you, a little clown, right? Little small YouTuber like me got to a big YouTuber like you. Yeah. Tardis knows that people shouldn't mess with me. I'm actually surprised at him. I do wish him the best. Look, he could say what he wants, and the people out there could say what he wants. And I will say to all my followers here and subscribers, if any of you truly believed that what I said was meant as a threat, Anybody that knows me knows. At the time, anyway, people stood by me anyway. Daniel is here as well. Daniel was here from the beginning, seeing the whole lot, and there's a couple of other followers here. But if you guys do think that I did do that, then I would say unsubscribe to me. Listen, he tried to get people to unsubscribe to me. I said it at the same time as well. If you people do actually believe that I threatened a 16-year-old. And by the way, might I add that 16-year-old was going around telling everybody on Twitter. That's why he took down his old Twitter account. This guy was telling people, my wife is here, right? But I won't get her involved. But she was here when I had many conversations on the phone with this guy, right? This guy was going around telling people he was 20 over 18 years of age, 20 years of age in some cases. That's why he deleted his old Twitter account, right? He thinks he's being clever, right? But what he doesn't know is all Twitter accounts can be reactivated by other people as well. So, I mean, look, just shut up. Just do yourself a favor. Do your content. Don't get involved with me and Channel Pup. He's the one that started this. It's me and his beef. You don't need to be involved in it, right? I don't really care what you do anymore. You know, I still have high hopes for you. Really do. You know, the one, you know, I've always said this, the one good thing that has come out of this, me being on YouTube and on Twitter, is I've met some amazing people that have done some amazing content. And I'm not going to sit here and say that yeah, content is not amazing, because it is, right? I know it is. But you don't need to be you don't need to be getting involved in squabbles, you know, that don't concern you. When other people, you should be calling the people up that brought you, that got you involved in this, to be quite honest with you. You're aiming your anger at the wrong person. I wish you the best. I really do. And I've still been watching some of your videos because I do like your content. I wouldn't watch that other Vile Creatures content, but I'll watch yours. You know, because I know you're a good person. You just need to get away from him. I wish you'd listen to me. And I know loads of other people have advised you to do the same. You won't listen. Well, it's enough about that. I've said me piece anyway. But as I said, if anybody believes these Chuckle brothers, then you know, I don't want anybody here that thinks I did something like that. I mean, Daniel and others have been here from day one. They were here at the time when all that incident was up. They were there when I had the videos up at the time. Had to take those videos down because obviously when the channel was monetized and stuff, I didn't actually know at the time because I'm only still learning. So I didn't know you could still use copyrighted music, but there'd be a copyright claim on your video, but your video wouldn't necessarily be taken down. But when I got monetized, you see, I thought that was the case. So I took, because Daniel will tell you, I had a load of slideshow videos with more art and all. I had over 700-800 videos at one stage, I think, at one stage. Or I had a lot more. Well, I deleted over 200 videos. I had to, because I thought the copyright claims would damage my channel, right? And then I found out after the fact, right? When I think it was when I talked to Ballstrike, and he goes, "Oh no, it's just a copyright claim. You'd be fine." I was like, "Ah." So I had a lot more videos up. I even had to take me Crystal D video down and all, right? So I mean, look. People have been with me from the start know about this old argument, right? I didn't bring this old argument up. Two other people decided to bring this young flit, get this young flit involved for no reason whatsoever, right? At the end of the day, I washed my hands of Tardis, because I felt he should have said something. He should have said something. I'm sorry, if someone walks on your channel and he can try justify it every way he wants, right? The guy Ballstrike did something for your channel, right? He did stuff for your channel. And then when Channel Pup came out and did that video, you were already friends with Channel Pup. You were talking to him on YouTube. There was threads which is talking with each other, right? And you didn't back him. Instead, you decided, I'm not getting involved. He was someone that worked and helped you on your channel, Well, helped your channel, not worked on your channel, helped your channel, right? You should have been there. You should have said something. You should have said that I don't think you should do that. I saw him. That's what loyalty is all about. And it's not, and this is one thing you gobshites will never have. Channel, Pup, Team, Torchwood. Trust me, right? Trees are using each other. There's no loyalty there whatsoever. He'd stab you in the back in a heartbeat if he thought he could get extra subs for it. I just you just need to get away from them. And I know you won't listen to me, and I know you'll say something stupid after this stream. Don't really care. What I'll be ignoring you anyway. Don't care what you have to say anymore. You can put up whatever tweets or whatever screenshots or whatever you want. Don't care, right? You're looking for attention. I'm not going to give it to you. But the channel Pup fella, if he wants to continue on, then go ahead. I'll punch up. You like to punch down because you think I'm a weak YouTuber, but you screwed with the wrong YouTuber, my friend. I might have less subs than you, but trust me, I can carry you weight on this platform. And that video did but hurt you. That's why you did what you did today, and that's why you are all out. So if anybody's triggered today, it's you little fools. But I won't have you going around saying I threatened a 16-year-old just because I said, what was it? You made a big mistake. And then I followed it up then. And as I said, he hasn't shown that tweet or that reply. I think it was on Messenger. May have been on Twitter. I'm not quite sure where it was because it was ages ago. This is what I mean. It was ages ago. Right? But that was one thing I didn't screenshot, which I should have. Sure, I used to screenshot his stuff because I used to say to the wife, I don't trust him. I think he's using me. And I was right. I was right. Use me channel for me information. And then when me information dried up, or I wasn't getting as much, then he was gone. Right? They're the facts. Loyalty. It's a big thing. Ballstreck does much better rants than Noel. He needs to work on it. Thanks very much. Well, Ballstreck lets me do the rants because I'm terrifying. I don't need to work on that, right? I know me level, right? Ballstreck was a professor, so Ballstreck can break these down with a bit of intellect. I'll break them down the way I'm capable of breaking them down. I don't need to work on that. These little swines are not going to come here and start trouble for this channel all of a sudden, right? I've worked too goddamn hard on this channel, right? To see three little muppets think they could come along and ruin what I've built up along with everybody here. No way. No way. And I'm being honest with you. I'm going to say this. If you don't go to the police with your evidence, I'm going to go myself and have you done for slander. It's as simple as that. That's how I'm going to play this now. I'll get the law involved. And you can laugh all you want, right? Laugh, because you'll see that I will go through with it. Trust me. I have everything here that I need. So, you know, what you're doing is slanderous. So go ahead. Continue to do it. Build up my case. Go to the police and it'll be sorted. Pity. It didn't have to be this way. Right, let's see who's in the chat. And moderators, just stay on your toes tonight because the Chuckle Brothers might send our little mob in. Right, so we got Daniel Charlotte, CJ Campbell, 37, Austin Martin Bond, 007. Love that. David travels in time. I'm now visiting my mother at the moment. Catch you all soon. Yeah, David, best of luck with that. Stay safe, man. Marty is here. The Time Lord Victorious Sanctuary Geeks, Kathleen McManus, Tug is here. Tongue. Give it a rest, mate. Yeah, well, tell the other side to give it a rest. See you later, navigator. Leland is here. Master Andrew is here. Listen, if people are going to come in here, right, into the chat, right, and just reacting because of what the other two idiots are saying, you're just going to be blocked from the chat, right? I'm actually done now. I've said what I've had to say. I've done my video. We are Channel Pup. Yeah. Channel Pup keeps it up. He won't have a channel. Stealing people's content. You want to take it down, Channel Pup, because everybody is going to be reporting it. I'm just letting you know now. I've actually asked people to report as well. I don't care if you know, because you will take it down because you'll be frightened to get a copyright strike on your because you've stolen my property. We've got Nicholas Horton here as well. Leland is also here. Is there a reason why you're hovering over me?
No, I'm just looking. Keep going.
Lee, Anthony Davis, Rachel Mullen, Michael De Souza, Crystal is here as well. No, we'll do so. No, don't worry. I'm finished now. I'm finished with the rant. We'll do something else now. I've said what I've had to say. At the end of the day, you know, I explained all this months ago. They've decided to bring it up for some weird reason. I know why they've brought it up. They've brought it up because they thought they'd pick on me because, as I said, I'm a smaller YouTube channel. The others would jump in and say something. Well, they're not going to because, you know, I can handle myself. So if Pup wants to punch down, let him. It just goes to show how much of a vile creature he is. And you just have to listen to his streams as well. Right? So that's it. Right. We're done. 28 minutes of talking about that idiot. Let's talk about something else. So what would you, right, so actually let's talk about St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. So it's been bloody weird. Obviously no parade. The pub's closed. The Taoiseach made an announcement tonight. So it looks like, we're screwed. We're all going to die. It's the end of the world. It was nice knowing you all, you know. At the end of the day, no, all joking aside, listen, all of those vulnerable people out there, just who, all he is, every single person, even people that I'm fighting with, make sure you stay safe, because this is unprecedented. And, you know, it's a scary time right now, but we've got to look on the bright side, right? And there's always a bright side. This will eventually go away. We will eventually get back to normal. We just need to stay positive, I suppose, when it comes to this whole bed bug thing. We'll just call it a bed bug, right? But look, you've seen some beautiful videos out there, as I've said, people singing in Italy. And we've seen, and I just want to give a shout out. Actually, I do want to do this because I never really do this. I want to give a shout out to all the doctors, nurses, all the interns, whoever, all the medical staff that are out there now on the front line fighting this virus on their behalf to try keep us all protected. I think we really need to be we need what? Clean people.
We're thanking them too, the ones that are going in and disinfecting.
All right, and Cheryl says let's thank the clean people as well.
And the chat people.
Oh, the people that clean the streets, you mean? Oh, I thought you meant people cleaning themselves. I was like, why would I be thanking people cleaning themselves? Yeah, so, and all those guys and ladies that are out there cleaning the streets with disinfectant as well and doing their bit, going into offices and stuff, they all have to be, seriously, we all have to thank them. So on this St. Patrick's Day, I thank those guys, because, as we said, this is not going to be nice, and some of those workers, nurses, doctors, may unfortunately end up with corona. I hope they all recover, but there's always, as we've seen already, it doesn't end too well for some. But keep yourselves all safe. And also, I received a message this morning off Yvette on the channel Not My Doctor Who. Yvette is now in quarantine with our mum. Yvette obviously looks after her mum. So stay safe. We wish you the best. As you said, you've told me that your brother and you've got arrangements made to get food, so that's great. And that's one thing I'd say to other people out there as well. If you do have to self-isolate, the supermarkets have been really good. You can still order your food online, and they will deliver it if you can't leave the house, or if there's family members that can leave the house. Make sure to look after the elderly out there as well. And the social distancing thing is a joke. It actually is a joke. Look, social distancing. How do you social distance? You stop everybody from leaving their homes. Simple. And I know people say, but you can't really do that. Well, you can. You can open shops at a certain time, during the day, right? They don't just open. They stay open a couple of hours, right? Say 3 times a day, right? You have the pharmacies open at a certain time. You have all the post offices and the banks open at a certain time, because people will obviously need money to get food. But you can't control this. You can control people's movements. I mean, look at the communist countries. I mean, they've been doing it for bloody decades, hundreds of years, some of them. So, I mean, just look at it that way. We just adopt communist rule and we're fine. Yay! I'm only messing. Nobody wants to be under communist rule. But I think you get what I'm trying to actually say. And yeah, me and Cheryl are in the high risk category, more so Cheryl than me. So I have to be very careful with Cheryl. Now I have to go into the city centre tomorrow, where there has been cases of corona. Now I have to go in because I have to go and collect my money. It's something that I have to do. If I don't, we have no money for the week. So I have to go in and collect it. So I have a very high chance of when I come home. And this is the thing, I won't know if I've infected Cheryl. That's a scary thing for me. I have to go out. This is unavoidable. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's unavoidable. Some of the streets are empty, you're right. So, but, a lot of people will have the same idea as me, go and collect their money when they have to collect it. So there will be people out that day, It's just, yeah, it's I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Lee Anthony Davis, Colin P. Smith is here as well. And Glenn Edwards, welcome. And Nicholas Horton as well. Welcome. We'll see what happens anyway. I mean, this Patrick's Day has been weird. It's the first one, obviously. Well, we did have one cancelled before due to weather, but it was put on a week later. But the fact that this parade mightn't actually even happen this year, because they might cancel it indefinitely. Yeah, it's weird. Pubs closed as well in Ireland. Wow. Never thought I'd see the day. Patrick's Day is the day that the pubs make a killing. And their revenue. And listen, we've got to think of all the consequences to this as well. It's not just the pubs, the bars and the restaurants. It's all the football clubs out there. There's people working in offices. So everybody has suffered. And there's going to be a lot of job losses as well. Now, let's hope. Now, I've seen that they've already started the first human testing of this vaccine, which makes me believe that they already had the vaccine, which makes me suspicious. But I have a suspicious mind, as Elvis Presley would say. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Yeah. Hotels will take a hit. Yeah, I mean, schools, teachers now will be out of work. Obviously, like you've got, yeah, that remote teaching is a farce. Look, listen, students, you mean to tell me students are not going to, how are they going to enforce it?
What I'm enjoying right now is schools, for the most part, have been closed in Ireland for just about a week or a week. And in America, in a lot of places, they're just now closing. And as a former special education teacher, I can't stop but laugh at seeing these posts of these parents like, what am I supposed to do with my children? Well, most teachers have been in schools preparing lessons and doing the remote learning, so there is stuff available. And most of these parents are the ones that would come in every parent-teacher conference and say, my children are perfect at home. I don't know why they would possibly act like that in your classroom.
Well, maybe
what are you doing to cause a problem?
Well, maybe
these are the ones right now going, these damn kids need to get out of my house.
Oh, the schools are closed in Ireland, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
They closed a week ago.
The schools closed a week ago here. Ireland, look at one thing. Cheryl actually said this tonight. She said, looking at your leader compared to Donald Trump. Now, she's not a Donald Trump fan, though. But compared to Donald Trump and our leader, she says our leader looked more assured and didn't actually scare the public. Which I will give, because I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and say that I hate Trump. I don't. You know, he's doing the job. People just won't let him do it, as far as I'm concerned. But he has messed this whole Corona thing up to a certain extent. Yeah, closing the borders is great, but if you're still letting people fly in and out of your country, it doesn't make any sense closing borders. But we were pretty quick on it here. So we should be okay, but he reckons there's going to be 15,000 cases of coronavirus in Ireland by the end of the month.
As you said, we are just at the
isolated, self-contained stage. Yeah.
The storm surge is just about to hit.
Yeah, we're just about to hit the shit is about to hit the fan here. Now, Britain, I don't know who it was, but there was someone on Good Morning Britain, Piers Morgan. I don't know if it was Piers Morgan himself that was criticised or it was a minister. But one of our ministers decided to take a pop at Ireland like they always do when there's a bit of a crisis, and say that the Irish government don't have a handle on this, and the health system will be overloaded and they won't handle it. Well, I'm telling you one thing now, compared to what I've seen coming from Britain, our government, even though Leo could be out of a job when this all blows over, but I tell you one thing, if Leo, I'm not a fan, I wanted Fine Gael out, but if they handle this crisis the way they've handled it so far, which in my opinion they've handled it spot on so far, well then, you know, I don't think there will be need for a general election, to be quite honest with you. I think they'll get in for the fact that they've sorted, because they've been on the ball. They closed the schools down quickly. You know, when they seen that video that surfaced, people in the pub, they closed down the pub straight away. Restaurants slowly followed. It will by next week now, I don't know how it's going to work, because I'll be able to collect my money this week. But next week now, I'm going to have a problem, because the country probably be on lockdown. And the UK is close to lock. Yeah. But you see, the way you are, it's too slow. We're way ahead of you when it comes to, so we've got a handle on this. I have to be honest, he's done well here, and I hate the man. I don't think he's never done anything for me that has justified him being leader. But this crisis has. Now I can see the leadership qualities that Leo has, right? I just wish he was, you know, his party's policies were a little bit different, because he'd get me vote now. People aren't powerless. That's the thing. No. listen, all you need to do is just listen to the experts, as I said. If they tell you to self-isolate, you have to do it. Just do it. No, are you going to review anything today, if you don't mind me asking? Well, this was an unannounced stream. I don't normally stream tonight. So we're just going to talk about general things. But if there's anything you'd like to bring up if there's anything specific you'd like to bring up, let me know and we'll get the conversation started. I'll put your message up if there's anything you would like to listen. People are scared right now, Lee, and a lot of YouTubers, even though this has nothing got to do with what the channel is about, a lot of YouTubers have done streams on this, and it's just to reassure people, and basically, and all this panic buying nonsense as well. It has to stop. It really does. We haven't got to that stage yet. Listen, when the experts come out and say it's time to panic, that's the time to panic, right? But everybody, as I said, when you're doing your shopping, just pick up extra items. That's the way I've been doing it. Build up your stuff slowly, so you're leaving stuff for other people to get as well. Remember, there's other human beings out there that need food and toilet roll and hand sanitizer. I know, they won't even use, and they'll throw most of it out when this blows over, and then they'll feel like right fecking idiots.
As opposed to even donating it to shelters and whatnot. Ted, here.
I haven't watched is that the TV show The Prisoner everybody's talking about? I haven't watched The Prisoner, so if anybody has there, I'll read out some of the comments there. I wish they'd give us the vaccine already. Listen, I already think I said this on another stream. And I have to be careful here. I'm only speculating here, but to me, if you look at how quick this vaccine has came about, or a patent vaccine, it makes me believe that they've been working on this vaccine for months, or probably already had the vaccine and just wanted to see how far this virus actually goes, which would be a worry, because that's Corona. Yeah, think about what else they could unleash on the world. This is what I'm saying. After this, there has to be serious questions asked of China. Was this, as some have suggested, and I'm only speculating here, and it's only rumor and a conspiracy theory, I must add, but apparently this was a lab that was testing this, and because of the unsafe conditions, it came from there. Now this place is only up from the fish market, so it would have been the perfect cover to use the fish market, because the fish markets, I've seen videos, they're not hygienic. I mean, they put fish on the bloody ground and everything, and the guts everywhere and shit. Oh, it's unhygienic, right? But that's what they used. They said it was bats and all this, right? Not buying it. Personally speaking, I'm not buying it. I think this was a biological weapon. Personally, again, I'm only speculating, of course, but that's what I think it was, and I think they already had the vaccine. Now, I'm actually seeing some people in the comments saying they're close to a vaccine in Israel, right? But here's the thing, right? If they already have a working vaccine in America, well then, why haven't the Americans given the vaccine, or the help to come up with the vaccine, to the rest of the world? Why are different countries, Canada as well, why is different countries producing a vaccine if they're all going to create the same vaccine? Obviously, it would be, wouldn't it? It would have to be. So again, I don't know. I've always been a bit skeptical when this happened, and the Chinese kept this quiet for. I'm speculating again, of course. 2 months, in my opinion, before they actually told the world. They wanted to see how fast this would travel. And now it's time to roll out the antidote. Right, let's talk about something different. Is there anything now? We're obviously doing New Who on Sunday, so we're doing the end of the world on Sunday. So we'll have our panel for that. But is there any other TV show you would like to talk about tonight? Or movie, or just again, I have to watch that on YouTube. Loads of people have suggested it, but I will watch it. Might do a few watch-alongs actually, because I could do that now that I have StreamYard. I could put it on. Obviously, on the buses. Oh Jesus, I had someone that used to go out with me auntie used to love those movies, man. And there was a TV show as well, wasn't there? Yeah. The Orville, our only decent Star Trek show. I'm a fan of the Orville. I will be reviewing the new series on this channel. I maybe at the time I should have actually done series 1 and 2, but I was actually just dedicated to Doctor Who. But as I said, we will be branching out because we won't have Doctor Who until obviously we're all kind of done with Doctor Who. But you know what I mean? There's not happening yet until Christmas anyway, or there's no news yet as such. So we have to concentrate on other stuff now. Is there the Avengers UK version? There's a TV show. It was actually very good, believe it or not. Now, obviously, when I was around and as a kid, it was obviously, I think it was already finished maybe, and they were repeating the thing. I could be wrong on that one. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it was a good show. Good show. Is it possible to talk about mysteries and the unexplained? Of course. Aren't you want? Can you review Still Game? It's a Scottish comedy.
I told you it's great.
Cheryl watches it. I have to be honest, Daniel. It's not my type of humor. I don't like those outfits.
My dad and I love it, Daniel. He's got poor taste in comedy at the moment.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, don't get me wrong. The two Scottish outfits are gas, but it's. Young. I know, but they're playing. Yeah, it doesn't. They're old in the show. Will you? She does this every time.
Don't talk.
Anyway, they might be young, but they play old men in the show. I like them, but I don't like the show. It's weird. I like the characters, but I don't like the show that they're in. Red Dwarf. Yeah, I heard that's coming back. Is that actually happening? Avenue 5. I see the DVDs for that show in the £1 shop, or the £2 shop, or the €2 shop. The same with Babylon 5. You can get them for €2. The DVDs. Space 1999 is another one. My favorite comedies are Father Ted. We love Father Ted. Actually, do you know what? I don't know if it's possible to do. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, no, because I'll be done for a bloody... I was going to do actually a watch-along now. I was actually going to put up a Father Ted episode because there's some up on YouTube. But I don't know how that works with copy. See, I know people do watch-alongs, but I don't know how it's done. I'll look into it because that's something we will definitely do, right? We'll do a watch along. We'll do a couple of watch alongs, and then we'll have the live chat open, and obviously while we're watching, we can chat away in the live chat. Does that sound good to everybody? I just have to find out a bit more information just to make sure that the video is not taken down for copyright infringement and stuff like that. So I have to figure out how you do, because people do it. there's a couple of YouTubers out there that actually do review Father Ted. They're Americans and they're brilliant because you could see the ones that get the Irish humor and you could see the ones that doesn't. Cheryl's watched a couple of episodes with me. I think Cheryl's still adjusting to Father Ted, and your dad loves it.
I've seen it at a sequence, so I don't always know what's going on. But yeah, my dad loves it.
But Father Ted is great. But if anybody does know how I could do watch-alongs without getting a copyright infringement, because those things screw your channel. I love the scenes with Brendan Bishop. Oh yeah, I showed Cheryl that episode actually. Yeah, kick Bishop Brendan up the arse. Yeah. Feck, arse, drink. I have seen the film Grabbers. It's brilliant. They stay alive by getting pissed drunk. I've tried to get Cheryl to watch Grabbers actually, but Cheryl's not a fan of horror. And I know it's funny, but yeah. The film Grabbers is brilliant, by the way, if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen The Guard either, another Irish film I'd recommend. But if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of Ireland, watch movies like Veronica Guerin. That's a great movie. Also, if you want to learn about the whole if you want to hear about the greatest man that ever lived, Michael Collins, the guy that basically defeated the Brits, go and watch the movie Michael Collins. The end for Irish people is always very sad. I always listen. That movie has been out for decades now, right? And I still cry at the end of that movie. Listen, people belittle you because you cry at certain things. Do you ever go, like, I see it all the time. Listen, right? This is the way I look at it, right? If you don't get emotional over something that is emotional, that's portrayed as emotional, then there's something wrong with you. And if you belittle those who actually get emotional like that, well, then you have no right to call yourself a fan or a fan channel. It's just, seriously, if there's a movie where you're supposed to get emotional, I get emotional. If there's a movie that makes me laugh, I laugh. That's what comedies do, make you laugh. That's another emotion, isn't it? So why is it shameful if a man cries, right? But it's not shameful for him to laugh at a comedy. It's not shameful for him to be frightened of a horror or whatever. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? See, this is what this person's done. This is why I did the video that I did. And then he decided to get the other fella involved to make me look bad, to say, oh, look at this guy. He's picking on a 16-year-old. I didn't, but I'm just saying. What else is there? Another couple of Irish, because it's Paddy's Day, so I'd like to suggest a few movies to you if you don't mind, Irish movies. There's also a trilogy of movies done by Roddy Doyle. The first one's called The Commitments. Then you have one called The Snapper. And then the final one, I think it's called the Barrytown Trilogy. And then the third one then is called The Van, right? Now, if you want to see what it was like for Dublin people, where I live, right, to see how Dublin was betrayed, then go and watch those three movies. If you like kind of soul music and rock, The Commitments will be a great movie for you to watch. If you want just comedy about a family and all the trials and tribulations of that family, The Snapper and The Van are well worth a watch. What else could I suggest? Oh, geez, see, this brings a smile on my face. I love Irish movies. I have to say, it's the only time, especially if there's movies about the Brits, right? I'm sorry for all the British followers, but it does be great when we have those movies. But one in particular is called In the Name of the Father. Now, if you haven't watched this movie, right, if you want to learn about the Irish Troubles or some of the Irish Troubles and a certain event in the Irish Troubles, watch the movie with Daniel Day-Lewis, In the Name of the Father, right? And you will see how the British establishment treated the people of Northern Ireland. Now, listen, there's both sides, obviously. You know, the other side have their films, right? But watch In the Name of the Father. Another movie, it's got Helen Mirren in it. It's not the greatest one, but it's, what's it called? Some Mother's Son or something like that. It's about the hunger strikers, Bobby Sands, and all those that went on hunger strike because the British government, Margaret Thatcher, I should say, wouldn't recognise them as they won. They basically won a seat in Parliament, but they didn't want to be recognised as prisoners, and they wanted to wear their plain clothes. There was other issues as well, but basically they went on hunger strike, and she let them starve to death, basically. My Left Foot is another one. It's about Christy Brown. He lives in Dublin as well. This was a guy that painted and wrote books with his left foot. His whole story. Again, Daniel Day-Lewis is in that movie. Brilliant movie if you haven't seen that. What else have we got? There's Derek again. Piss off with the IRA stuff now. What else have we got? I know there's loads I'm forgetting. I like The Quiet Man. That's a good movie. Darby O'Gill. Now, if you want to go for leprechaun kind of movies or movies about Patrick's Day, then Darby O'Gill and the Little People is well worth a watch. It's about an old man and the king of the leprechauns. It's actually, I might actually put that on for Cheryl tonight if we can find it. She will love it. Sean Connery is in this movie. Actually, would you like to see? I don't know if I'll get away with it. Would I get away with it if I killed the sound?
No.
But Evelyn with Pierce Brosnan is a great movie as well. Aston Martin, yeah. So this was another Dublin guy, and he lived in a block of flats, and his wife was having an affair, and she basically ran off with him. But back in those days, a single father wasn't allowed really to take care of his kids, so the state wanted to take his kids off him. And there's a whole court case and all at the end. It's a great movie. It's another one of those feel-good movies. You get to see his struggles, but Pierce Brosnan is brilliant, and it's not the greatest of Irish movies, but it's still good. The Derry Girls is brilliant. By the way, I will give a shout out to that TV show that we've watched the 4th series. We haven't seen this. Yeah, Cheryl did now, in fairness. She had to convince me to watch it. But as soon as I think I was 5 minutes in and I was like, big smile on my face. I love that show. We haven't been able to see Series 2. Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll try find Series 2 because I want to actually see what happens. But the end of the last episode's very sad because it brings it all home.
And the first season.
Yeah, of the 4th season, but it brings it all home. It's about kids living on the Catholic side of Derry during the Troubles. It's a good show. There's comedy moments in it, but it does have its moment. The nun. What's the sister's name again? What's her name?
Michael.
Sister what?
Michael.
Is it Sister Michael? Sister Michael's bleeding. Oh, she is savage. She's the best. Look, the girls are great in it, but that sister Michael is just savage. Jesus, and our sense of humor, it's just. But she reminds me of a brother, a Christian brother that we had when I was in school. That sort of humor. Now, Mr. Glenn, stop making a fool of yourself there now. What did I tell you? What, you trying to be the class clown? No, sir. What did I tell you? It's brother. Oh, sorry, brother. Are you being a smart arse right now? No, brother. Seriously, man. They were the days. And then the brother threatened to hit you with his ruler. And you'd be like, and then you get hit with it. Yeah. They were the days. Yeah, you can't say boo to anybody anymore. You know, everybody needs their safe spaces. Woo! Well, here, one good thing about this whole coronavirus is this: all these people that keep banging on about safe spaces won't have to fucking worry now, because people won't go near you. So there you go. That's one good thing about this virus. There will be no poor men arrested for false claims now, because these women will have all the safe spaces that they want. So yeah, that's the one good thing. So we can celebrate as men. Yay! Always look on the bright side of life. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Always look on the bright side of life. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Do you know, anybody like the movie The Flight of the Navigator? Or am I the only one? I actually put it on for Cheryl one time, didn't I, Cheryl? You didn't like it, didn't you? Not? And there's a lot of people that don't, but there's always something about that movie that has fascinated me. I know it, even at the time, I remember it didn't do well. It actually didn't do well, but there was always something about that movie. Sarah Jessica Parker was in it, a young Sarah Jessica Parker. I actually thought that movie was bleeding deadly. And what little boy doesn't want to, you know, fall down a ridge, wake up and find out that they're in the future, and then having to get into an alien craft to try and get home?
That's a serious question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just remember Mac and me? I forget how it goes again. Yeah, it was the cheap version of ET. That's what we used to call it. It's the council estate ET. I love that movie. It's not the greatest movie in the world. I loved Short Circuit as well. I love that and about robots that had consciousness or came to life. I also have. There's also an old movie back in the 50s, I think it is. It's called When Worlds Collide. I love that movie as well. It's about an hour and 20 minutes long. It's a deadly sci-fi movie. I love it. I love all the old sci-fi movies like War of the Worlds and stuff, and The Day the Earth Stood Still. The old ones now. I do like the Keanu Reeves version now, I have to say. I did like that version, but I do still obviously prefer the old version. But yeah, I like me. I'm a huge. I love E.T. was great. I'll be right here. If you don't cry at that part, there's something wrong with you. If you don't cry when E.T. says to Elliot, right, his finger glows and he wipes the tear off him and tells him, I'll be right here. If you don't cry at that scene, there's something wrong with you. Go and see a specialist, right? And see if you still got your funny bone. Oh, no, you're not funny bone. Your emotions in check. Or maybe you're a Borg or something. Because seriously, yeah, that shit gets me every time. Gets me every time. That's how you make Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now, I remember as a kid, I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie, and I still am right? I just find it boring, right? But I still watch it. There's something about it. I just, even though it's boring, it still sucks me in. There's something about that movie. But I love the end of that movie. The end of that movie is just epic. Oh, Cheryl is just like, you lying on me gaming chair? Oh. E.T. was an illegal immigrant that got deported. Here, actually, does anybody know this? There was a second movie slated, right? And also, there's a deleted scene as well in the E.T. movie where apparently E.T. goes into the mother's room, and there's supposed to be some weird shit going on in the room, but they obviously cut that from the movie. But there was supposed to be a second E.T., and the concept is that they were going to return with ET and basically enslaved the human race or something like that effect. It was something like that. It was going to be more horror. It wasn't going to be like the family movie that we got in the first one. It was going to be completely the other way. My favourite films of all time are Dirty Harry, Dirty Dozen, Magnificent Seven. Right, Dirty Harry I love, Dirty Dozen I love, Magnificent Seven is brilliant. Wizard of Oz, love it as well. Hounds of Baskerville, is that the black and white version? Yes. Zulu, great movie. Jason and the Argonauts, yes. Jaws, I like the first one. Hammer Horror, Sci-Fi, what's yours now? Well, everything that you mentioned there, yeah, I'm a big fan. Actually, my favourite Dirty Harry movie was Deadpool. I do like the older ones because they were more gritty, but I do like Deadpool. I know it was kind of the last one. I do like the original Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. There ever was a wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. I'll probably get into trouble for that now. Somewhere over the rainbow. No? Way up high. That movie, though, I have to say, there's a lot of conspiracy theories around that movie, which are very, very interesting. But that movie was unique because obviously it started off black and white. And then as soon as we get to Oz, then went into color. That was not, I think that was the first time it was done. And actually color in 1932, that movie was released. It was the 30s anyway. I mean, that was fantastic for that time. And let's not forget, Julie Garland was good in that movie, actually. And we had Toto the dog. Yeah. Which was actually several dogs.
No, it was one.
No, it wasn't. There was a couple of Totos. Because there's one buried somewhere, and then there's another one buried somewhere else. And he wasn't called Toto. He had a weird name. But I know Cheryl's going to Google that now to make sure that I'm actually correct, because she loves doing that. Don't you, Cheryl?
I've already proven you wrong.
Oh, she's already proven me
wrong.
Oh, she already knows I'm wrong. Okay.
Don't start looking at trivia about your lies.
Oh, don't start out about the Wizard of Oz. Oh, she's the expert now. Right, well, if she says it, then we'll go with Cheryl. I'll find out later on. Money messing. Oh, I tell you. Now, just in case you are wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually multitasking right here because I've put on a bit of food. Right, so Aston Martin 007, Bond 007, sorry, so that's Aston Martin Bond 007 with a £2 super sticker. Wow, I've never gotten a super sticker before, I don't think. Wow.
Everyone wants to know how you didn't buy any beverages.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get our alcohol in tomorrow, love. We'll get the alcohol. I have a bottle of whiskey. There, actually. Nothing stopping her from having a drink.
I can't handle it.
But she can't handle whiskey, right? Come here. She came out one night because she had a headache or something or whatever it was. And she came out. She went straight to the fridge. She picked up me bottle of whiskey, right? This was the other one that I had. Right, and she basically filled one. No, that'd be exaggerating saying 1/3 of a pint glass. But she did a triple measure. It was definitely a triple measure, and she decided to knock it back. Yeah, within 5 minutes, the poor woman was in bits. She cannot handle her whiskey. Can't you not?
No.
Yeah. It's funny. Whereas me, you've already seen me. I love me whiskey anyway. It's like I don't drink pints of beer really that much anymore. and he just shut. I know what he did. I seen what he did. I seen what he did. As soon as I sat down, he threw. Yeah.
You're not gonna go much longer though, are you?
Why
No,
not?
it's my free night.
Is it? All right. Well, hold on. Just let me. But do you have any wine? No, we don't have any wine. No, I don't drink wine. Cheryl's the wine drinker. I can't stand the stuff, to be honest. I did have a thing a couple of years ago for red wine. And I was drinking a bottle of red wine a day. Because, you know, just anytime because I was having, you know, I thought I was eating steak and fish and pasta and shit. I like, you know, I was going off cookbook, so I was, you know, a glass of this red wine or this white wine goes, so I was drinking a lot of wine. And I even used it in my cooking as well. So yeah, I'm kind of gone off wine now. Oh, Cheryl has a bottle of vodka in the bathroom. Now, she says she maintains it's for making perfume. But I reckon she's having a few little, you know, when I'm asleep. Yeah, I reckon she's going in and having a few little. Whoop. I should go down to the office. Come here. There's no off licenses open. They've closed.
Yeah, no, they're open. The offices are open.
What, the off license?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not typical. They close the pubs, right? They close the pubs, but they leave all the off licenses open. Well, sorry to tell you, off licenses close
Also,
at half
the
10.
shops are open.
Yeah, but you only get wine up until half 10.
You
The
can
shops.
go to the petrol station.
It's 11:45
You go to
now.
the petrol station.
Yeah, they won't give you wine after half 10.
Terrible person.
Yeah, after half 10, they ban the sale of alcohol. You know. Yeah, it's because teenagers ruin it for everybody else, you know. They have to go in and get their little bottles of wicket and get drunk and then cause all sorts. So we all have to suffer. How uncivilized, I know, isn't it? I know. Do you eat blue trout? No. We had rainbow trout here last year. We went and got some rainbow trout. I stuffed it for me and Cheryl. I put it in the oven. Bit of butter. Few herbs. Bit of what else did we do? We did a bit of pasta with mushroom and white sauce. It was nice.
America, that's herbs and herbs.
Yeah. So, but I've never had blue trout, but we have had rainbow trout. Rainbow trout is absolutely beautiful. Justice for Cheryl. # wine for wifey. Ah, Jesus Christ.
No, that's not what I asked for. I asked for wine. Jesus.
Yeah, wine for wifey. That's what you're on. Get your ass down the shop, Noel. Hey, stop picking on me.
No. This is my free night and you're streaming and I don't have wine. Yeah,
well, I wanted to come on and vent a little bit, get me points across. I'm done anyway. I said I was done with the other thing, and then people just wanted me to talk about something a little bit different for half an hour or so. So I'll finish up in 15 minutes, and then we can do whatever the hell we're going to do tonight, which is probably try find something. Hussein Majid says, hello, can I ask you a question? You may, of course. I have a few old trouts, says Leland. The Cheryl, # the Cheryl zone. I've told Cheryl that she should actually set up her own YouTube channel and start doing little reviews of her own as well. It'd actually be good, I think, people, because when she does come on this channel, people like having her around, whether it's drunk Cheryl or sober Cheryl. It doesn't matter what Cheryl it is. I'm just watching Cheryl's fingers now, and it kind of annoys me how she types compared to the way I type. I type with one hand. Yeah, you and Daniel can actually do that though on this channel. Just arrange a time for you to do it. He'll do it with you.
So morning.
What? If you want, if you want me to set up a stream for you when you decide, I'll set it up the night before, and all you have to do is just go in and activate it. Yeah. Right, well, Cheryl, Daniel, Cheryl will organise
That was
something.
kind of like a half joking thing.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I've heard, yeah, that you have attacked Tardis. Is that true?
There we go.
If you listen to me start of me stream, and no, I haven't attacked Tardis. What happened was his channel Pup decided to get Tardis involved in something that had nothing to do with him, and then people have decided to jump on the bandwagon. So no, it's not. It's not true. That's it really. There's no other drama. It's just people trying to create drama. That's it. No, you asked the question, I answered it. I'm not going to be rude about it. So, but we're not going to discuss it. I've already. If you watch the start of the stream, you will hear what I said. If people want to go around and slander, then they can go around and slander me all they want. What they don't realize is that they're getting themselves into trouble.
But we're leaving it now.
But we're going to leave it now. Thank you. No problem, Hussein. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. But listen, guys. Yeah. So tomorrow we will have. I might surprise you with something tomorrow. We'll see. I might watch something tonight, and then we'll do a review because some of you have asked me to watch certain TV shows. So I might do a review of a TV show that someone has suggested and just surprise you tomorrow with that one. Then we'll be back, obviously, then during the week. We'll have a lot, as I said, going on. Try get Cheryl on again, because I know everybody enjoys having Cheryl on. And we'll see, and I know it was only a bit of a joke, but we'll see if that is something that you and Daniel would be interested in doing. And then, that'll be something we can have watched. Have you watched Inside Number 9? I haven't. I'll actually Google that now and have a look.
Talk amongst yourselves in the stream.
No, I'm not. It's not. No, hold on. What? I'm not. I'm Googling it while I'm reading. So it's called Inside Number 9. So Inside Number 9. British. Okay, let's see. Dark comedy. There's 4 seasons. All right. That actually sounds interesting. And it got an 8.5, and it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 94% like this TV show of Google users. Okay, the first also it's fairly recent. All right, we'll definitely check that out. We'll give it a go. Have you seen the tick of it? Ah, Jesus Christ! Come here. I'm a Peter Capaldi fan, Rachel. Peter Capaldi fan. The tick of it is absolutely fantastic. He's brilliant in Torchwood as well, actually. If you haven't seen him in Torchwood, what's it? Children of the Earth, isn't it? It's that one, yeah. If you haven't seen that one, you have.
In class too.
And he makes it a brief appearance in class. Yeah, I'm a. Will you be reviewing Westworld season 3? Oh. See, I started watching Series 1 and I couldn't get into it and I stopped. So I'd have to watch Series 1 again and to do Series 3 because I couldn't really do Series 3. Now, I have watched the Orville Series 1 and 2, so by doing the Orville Series 3, it makes sense because I've watched the first 2 series. Maybe I was even saying to Cheryl, maybe before the Orville season 1 or before the Orville season 3 actually comes on screen, I might do a brief overview of season 1 and 2. So yeah, I might do that. But Westworld, I think even Gary and all said himself it's not even worth reviewing at this stage. It's dead. But I'll be doing Lost in Space. If there's any other new TV shows that are coming up, or TV shows that are came up that have a new series coming out, and you think it looks ridiculous, and you want me to review it, then make those sort of suggestions as well. Because you know me, if I watch something that I don't like, you know that the video or the stream that I do is going to be funny. So if there's any TV shows that have a new series that you would like me to check out because you think it might be actually ridiculous, or you have seen it yourselves and you think it's ridiculous, let me know. Gary is reviewing Westworld now. Yeah. He'll review it for now, but I guarantee you, because he was saying it anyway, that it's dead. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'd have to watch Series 1 and 2 again to do review Series 3. I'll see what I'll do. I'll see. I might do a brief overview of the first two and then start watching Series 3. But I'm still doing Picard as well. We're doing that on Rabbi's channel. And then when the new series comes out, I'm going to do a few streams on my channel here. We're going to review it on this channel as well. And we'll do other shows as well. I'm thinking, now I haven't decided yet, I'm thinking of doing Batwoman. Right? The only thing is now I will have to watch it from the start. Can I put myself through that? I don't know. Oh, by the way, before I do go, and I am going now after this, there's a couple of things that myself, Rabbi, and a couple of other people, I had an idea about something. Rabbi now has gone off to see if he can work on that idea. We're not going to say too much about it, but hopefully this weekend we will be launching something. It's for all fans on this side. The other side have their avenues of getting their points across and getting their videos and their articles mentioned. Well, we're going to actually have a place for us. So basically, we'll be getting people to write articles and do other stuff. I won't tell you exactly what it is. Hopefully we will have some announcement this weekend. If not, it'll be the next couple of weeks anyway. But we are going to be launching something, and we are going to finally, we're going to take on these ridiculous canon arc that fits perfectly conversation. We're going to take that head on, and there's going to be plenty of evidence to show why this isn't the case. So what we're doing is we're organized, but what we're doing is we're starting to create other, let's say, platforms so we can actually, get our message out there more like these other people do. These shill media don't tell the truth. They're one-sided in their approach. We will be bringing a more balanced view. We will bring both sides of the argument forward, but we will dispel that side of the argument because they don't really have an argument. They can't really hit you with facts. They always resort to insults then. So we're launching something hopefully this weekend. If it's not this weekend, it'll be sometime before the end of this month. But we're launching something, and I'm pretty, I'm an ideas man. I have to admit, but I will be contributing to what we're doing. You'll understand what I'm talking about when we talk about it. But it was an idea. I've mentioned it a couple of times on the channel, so if you've been with me, you probably already know. But I've always said that this side needs something like the other side have, like the media, like they're always represented. So we need that, some sort of representation like that. So this is our start. This is the beginning now of what we're going to do, and hopefully then I'll be able to rope in other people to actually help promote this, number one, but then secondly then to get people on board that will be willing to help us in what we're trying to do and create. Right, listen, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Everybody stay safe, and remember, to keep an eye on your loved ones, and we'll get through this, guys. You'll have me here, Cheryl here. We'll keep you entertained. You'll have Gary and Ballstreck and all those other YouTubers keeping you all entertained. We'll be with you every step of the way. And we'll have plenty of content to put a smile on your face. So, listen, thanks for everybody that contributed tonight. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you to all the moderators. And thank you, everybody that left a comment. We will. I know that actually, Daniel, that latest Batwoman review from Heels versus Babyface is at epic. He just keeps that. I know it's he couldn't hold it together. Right, listen, folks. Good night. Talk to you all soon, and stay safe. All right. Good night.